Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what you do for a living?
I work in the information technology industry. I'm a network and security engineer. So I work with client companies for the company that employs me to provide them with support for their firewalls, their switches, the routers, their internet and corporate network connectivity. I help design, implement, and support those networks.
How did you get involved with investing in crypto and decentralized finance?
Well, I had been for the last number of years involved with crypto in general. So I've subscribed to some other services, which are, they're pretty good, but they're mostly buy and hold types of services. And that was essentially it. And I've been a longtime believer in crypto. As I've said for a number of times, the government can print an infinite number of dollars, but just as an example, there will only ever be 21 million bitcoins ever mined. I don't have a long-term faith in the dollar nor a long-term faith in banks. So I've long been interested in ways of holding assets and investing outside of the traditional banking financial infrastructure and systems that are out there. So I happened to see an ad online that mentioned decentralized masters, and one of the points that they made was talking about becoming your own bank. And I knew at a high level what decentralized finance was about, but not the specifics, not the liquidity pools, not the applications such as Aave. We can actually leverage crypto investments and all the more sophisticated ways of using the relatively new and emerging platforms and applications in the crypto world for decentralized finance to basically get away from the Coinbases, the centralized platforms out there. Hold and invest my assets myself without having to go through an intermediary that would have control of them, could freeze them at any point, like the government can do with banks. To me, that's a big thing. So I was very much interested in the whole idea of becoming your own bank. To me, that was a prominent point of interest to me and has been for a long time.
How has decentralized masters delivered on the promises that were made to you initially?
Very well, very well. I mean, the video, the course of video sequencing was excellent. The 65 different videos were very, very good. The materials are provided on your platform, the manuals, the other audio and video materials, documentation provided in the various steps are excellent. The mentors are excellent. They are extremely knowledgeable. They are absolute bona fide experts in what they do. It's one of those platforms where you get as much out of it as you put into it. You try to attend the various not courses, but the various lectures and various subjects that are being provided. Let's Talk Crypto, for example, and some of the others, the gems and everything else on the specific subjects. But all that combined with the Q&A and the ability to have office hours with mentors gives you direct access to absolute bona fide experts in the field who can answer or find out the answer to just about any question you can imagine, both theoretical and practical. How do I do this? What's the difference between this and this? How do I avoid this pitfall? Where should I go for this? All the extremely important step-by-step pieces of information that you need when you're essentially a bit of a neophyte into the DeFi world, and you just need a certain amount of hand-holding, from the beginning into all the way through the process. It's there's nothing like it outside the industry. That I'm aware of. Decentralized Masters. It's an outstanding program.
How has decentralized masters impacted your ability to sift through the noise and differing opinions in the crypto space?
In several different ways. One is they provide a step-by-step overall structure for performing due diligence. That there are a lot of tremendous things happening with crypto, but there are also a number of scams. And for someone who's trying to get into it for the first time, or has been for a while, but might have been simply more of a passive investor than others, kind of hit or miss, it can be daunting. The terminology is, there are so many new terms and ideas to learn, to process, and everything else. Decentralized Masters provides a structure from beginning to end. What is decentralized finance? How is it different from traditional finance? What are the initial steps? How do you construct a portfolio that makes sense for where you are in life and for your financial situation? One that's specifically tailored to you. How do you perform due diligence on new offerings? How do you do solid, meaningful, ongoing due diligence to make certain that you do not get scammed? Decentralized Masters is absolutely the best at equipping new people who are new into the space, enabling them to protect themselves from scammers. And plus, you have access to certified experts. You have a specific question, you don't understand something, you're looking at a particular token that you may or may not be interested in. You can ask about that token, that protocol, that project. They'll help you research it. Make your own decision about whether it's safe and appropriate for you to invest in or not, based upon knowledge and upon focus upon the critical safety, security, criteria that you need to meaningfully distinguish between legitimate crypto projects and scams.
What would you say to someone who is thinking about joining Decentralized Masters or getting into the decentralized finance space in general?
Well, DeFi in general, it is a branch of crypto world that is relatively new. It's newer than crypto is. In fact, crypto's been around since 2009 or so with Bitcoin. DeFi has really been around for the last, 3-4 years maybe. So what you have is, you have two things here. You have a new asset class, crypto. New asset classes do not come along very often. And with a new substantive asset class, there are so many legitimate opportunities to make money at levels that more established asset classes simply do not offer, because they're already established. A lot of the big money has already been made in them. So one, you're getting into a new asset class to begin with that's still under development, and we still want to scratch the surface of crypto to begin with. DeFi as a subset of crypto is even newer. So the opportunities that are emerging with anything new like this, assuming you can avoid the scams, assuming you're willing to put in the time to do your due diligence, do the research, and working with a collaborative, knowledgeable group of fellow investors and the mentors to point in the right direction of where to look, where not to look, to help generate ideas to find safe but meaningful and profitable opportunities. There's nothing else like it, like the crypto asset class in general right now. There's nothing like DeFi within that asset class for retail investors such as myself. And thirdly, Decentralized Masters, for what I haven't found anything like it in the industry. When you join something like Decentralized Masters, one of the first things on the back of your mind is, okay, am I getting scammed? Am I really going to get the value out of this that was represented to me? And we've all been down that road before. And what I found from day one is that quality of the product, the quality of the mentors, the quality of the leadership with Tan and I forget the other gentleman's name, the co-founder. There's nothing like this out in the industry. They're absolutely committed to providing people who join with all the tools, all the assistance, all of the help, all of the guidance that you could possibly need. Anyone who's interested in joining, I would simply say this: as long as you're willing to put in the time to be meaningfully and consistently engaged in the training, in the mentorship programs, following the program, following the steps, in sequence, building block approach, willing to develop your knowledge, to do the reading, to watch the recordings, the videos, to participate in the live classes and seminars. They're all available to you. Everything's available to you. All the help, the personalized individual help you need is available to you from live mentors. I mean, you just can't go wrong. If you don't put any time into it, any effort into it, you won't get the benefit out of it. But if you do, and you're a person of, average ability and drive and everything else, and you want to put the time in, there's no reason why you can't succeed abundantly with DeFi in general and Decentralized Masters specifically.